start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Douglas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the snap, it's Frazier. Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Kick it away to start. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Frazier. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Slithers into space. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. He's in open space downfield. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. They'll turn to the wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Frazier. There he goes. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the wildcat.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Direct snap. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Frazier.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over, and you saw it on that play.
They'll break out the wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap, it's Tomlinson. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Tomlinson. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and bring it back. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking to throw, it's Luck. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion. Not the way they had it drawn up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. 4th down is coming.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. Down to 2 minutes to play in the 1st half, and it has been a dandy. A chance to perhaps get this game tied up before the break. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the 1st half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to fight.
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Well, this offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting 3rd down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they stretch that lead to 16. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. To the air, it's Luck. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Going deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Just enough time to get off one final play in the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete. They tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. The Vols will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Power football with the run. Turning it on. The 30. Inside the... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Crosses the 40. Got a lot of room to the right. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown ball!
Well, if you were wondering if this offense was going to be more conservative in the second half after all the success they had in that first period, think again. They waste no time taking a shot on their opening drive early on. They've already scored a touchdown here. This defense continues to be on their heels.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this. Lots of room to run. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Huskers headed quickly to the line. Give to the running back. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the tight end. He spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
On the snap, it's Frazier. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the pummeling has started.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside.
Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. In the Wildcat, let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add them down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Frazier. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Running into the open space. Speeding down the left side. The 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown volunteer. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return that's where his offense will go to work. Looking for a gap. It's Fletcher. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the incomplete pass there. Roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job on the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Frazier. There he goes! And he rolls into the house. Touchdown ball!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Fletcher. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. That's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
Fires to the middle. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see that quarterback make.
Snap to the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Tomlinson. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half with the home team.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll let it go to the left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking for room. It's Fletcher. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He leaves it with his back. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Now they'll run the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Bulldogs want to move quickly. Give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Mendoza. He's moving out of the pocket. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Defense in press coverage. Trying play action. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds. No time remaining on the clock, and that'll do it for the first half. And the Vols will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
That's reeled in. It's Fletcher. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia!
One of the reasons this offense is
And the Volunteers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Douglas. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Some of this, they'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Frazier. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Turning it on. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
On the direct snap, it's Tomlinson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Back has it. Running to Green. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Oh, I love when you give the fullback the ball. It's kind of a dying breed. It's been taken out of most offenses. But I like when you reward him for all the unselfish plays he has to have throughout a game.
And you know what I like to see? The evolution in football. Fullbacks become a bit of a dying breed. Now you're starting to see a few sneak back in here and there.
It's crazy. Football's cyclical, right? The moment somebody does something else, you go the other direction.
Into the secondary on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Back to pass, it's Tebow. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Maryland. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
He's going for the big play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away.
Now, fourth down.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Lobos look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. To the 15. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll ride his man on the option. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Lobos! Looking for the tie with the extra point. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
On the snap, it's Tomlinson. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. They go to the ground.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the fullback. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Tomlinson. They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Tomlinson. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Tomlinson. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Tomlinson.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
On the snap, it's Tomlinson. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Tomlinson. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Vols!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stribling. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. One more snap coming before halftime. Off-play action on first down. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. The Volunteers will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Tebow. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense.